Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video today talking about the wildfires happening in Los Angeles right now, looking at why they happen and the future. Is it going to get worse? Is it, what's going to happen to the city? I know a lot of you guys have messaged me that you are concerned about this. Some of you have been concerned about me, messaging me, asking me if I'm okay because you know that I live in California and I do live in the Los Angeles area. I live in a suburb of LA, so I'm okay. I haven't been affected yet, knock on wood, but I do know a lot of people that live in the city that have been affected. So thank you for all of your prayers. And all of your prayers really do make a huge difference, believe it or not. So thank you for all of you who have prayed that this will get taken care of and that these fires will be put out. And for all of you who are sending positive energy our way. We really do appreciate it. So, but now we're going to look at the numerology of this, okay? Because numerology kind of explains what's going on here and kind of what will end up happening. So as you can see, we have Los Angeles's chart up here and we have California as well. And before I even dive into this chart, it's important for you to know that this is a universal 9-year numerology. 9 is a very fiery energy, okay? It's very similar to Sagittarius but it's also got a little bit of Scorpio in there too, okay? And it's ruled by the planet Mars. So it is a very fiery energy, and we are going to be seeing a lot of fires happening this whole entire year. And not just in California, but in places that normally we wouldn't see them happening, okay? But in the places that they do tend to happen, the fires are going to be even more intense and worse than normal because of this energy. And not just because it's a 9-year, but it's a 45-9. And the 45-9 is the most destructive 9 out of all of them, okay? And that's because the 4 is a number of rebuilding and the 5 is a number of change. So out of all the 9s that this year could be, this is going to be the most transformative. And so we could see a lot of really bad fires. We could also see major flooding too in some places because 9 is also like Scorpio, and Scorpio is a water sign. Now, I did talk about this in my predictions video for 2025. If you want to find out what else could happen in 2025, then check out that video. I will link it below in the description box, okay? But that's something to just know in general for the whole entire year. And on top of that, if you look at the chart for California, California is having a 9 personal year as well, in addition to the 9 universal year. And the personal year is basically how you experience the energy of the year from the outside. Everything coming at you, basically. So this is not good news for California. And I hate to say that because I live here. But with the double 9s going on here, it's going to be a lot of intense, fiery 9 energy. And there can be a lot of endings that happen for the state because of this. And so fires are going to be affecting the whole entire state this year, not just LA. And communities in California will have to come together. If you look at the essence number for California in 2025, okay, and the essence number is how you feel from the inside, the essence number for 2025 is a 6. And 6 is the number of health and healing, but it's also the number of the community and connection, love, coming together, helping each other out. So we're going to see a lot of that happening. And 9 is also a helper type of energy as well. So you're going to see this, like these communities having to come together to kind of help each other out and support each other during this year. Now take a look at LA's personal year number, okay? In 2025, LA entered a Master 22 personal year. This is not an easy number to be in on many different levels. The first being that 22 is a master number. And the master numbers always are more challenging. They're always more challenging because you're trying to master some aspect during that year. There's something that's happening during that year that you have to master about yourself. So instead of taking the regular class that year, you're taking the advanced AP class that year. So it's a little bit more tricky. Okay, in addition to that, 22 is a variation of the number 4. And as I have mentioned before, 4 is a number of building. And it's a very challenging energy. In my opinion, it's the most challenging energy out of all of them. because it is a number of having to, basically, you're having to build something from the ground up. And every structure has 4 sides, right? So it's the number of building, and that's already difficult enough to begin with. But if there's already a structure there that's not working, that has to be removed, right? That has to be demolished. If you go to any construction site, you will see bulldozers, right? You'll see them knocking down the old structure so that they can start rebuilding the new ones. So that can happen during a 4-year, any 4-year, but especially during a 22-year. You know, things getting destroyed, demolished, and then a rebuilding having to take place. And there's going to be a lot of rebuilding that takes place in LA this year going forward, because there was a lot of stuff that got destroyed, right? A lot of stuff in many different parts of LA. Now, we have another 4 energy going on at the same time in 2025 for LA as well, because LA is currently in a 4 essence as well. In addition to that, I don't have it here because LA moves into a 7 essence on its birthday, okay? So its birthday is on September 4th, and at that point, it will move into a 7 essence this year, okay? So that's why I have a 7 down there for 2025, but it's actually still currently in a 4 essence until its birthday on September 4th. So LA entered a 4 essence last year in 2024 on its birthday in September, and it's currently still in a 4 essence. Okay, so currently LA has double 4 energy going on, and that just means that it's experiencing this very challenging energy of things being removed and having to rebuild again from the inside and from the outside. It's getting hit both ways. And then on top of that, LA is having a 5 personal month for the month of January. Okay, so the energy of this whole entire month is going to be the energy of the 5, which is the number of change and transition and things not staying the same. And it's the number of freedom and the number of detachment. So once again, we have the 4 and the 5, the energy of rebuilding and the energy of change, in addition to California's 9 personal year and the universal 9 year. So when you add all of these factors together, this pretty much explains why this is happening in LA right now. So the question is, will LA get burned down completely, right? Is there more destruction to come? So I talk about basically the fall of celebrity in my 2025 predictions video. Okay, again, if you haven't seen it, check that video out. I'll link it below in the description box. But I talk about how in 2024 we started to see kind of the ball get rolling upon this, right? Last year, the ball kind of got rolling upon a lot of stuff coming out about celebrities, things that they have done behind the scenes a lot of people weren't aware of. Basically, celebrity culture and Hollywood, and basically this group of people that a lot of people see as demigods, right? Like they're like fake gods that a lot of people look up to. And the unraveling of this in 2024, and then the continuation of the unraveling of this in 2025, where in 2025, we really start to see the end of celebrity culture. And I think that what is happening in LA is part of this, okay? Because Hollywood is a part of LA, and Hollywood is the symbolism for celebrity culture. So it's no coincidence that it's happening to the city this year, and so early in the year too, right? We see it happening in January, the very first month of the year. So it's kind of a foreshadowing for what's to come later on with the fall of celebrity culture and Hollywood. And there's a lot of really good people that live in LA, okay? There's a lot of really good people that did not deserve for this to happen to them, right? And, but they are living in a city that is very corrupt, okay? LA has become very corrupt. And there's a lot of dark, negative energy within this city. You know, there's a lot of people that have done very, very bad things. And a lot of this is going to get exposed as we go through the year. There's a lot of bad things that have happened to children in LA because of the entertainment industry, okay? Some of the trafficking that has happened, that's going to be exposed as we go through the year. And so, but there are a lot of negative entities and dark entities that live in the city. And it's just really unfortunate that the innocent people that live there happen to be affected by this. Because what is happening now is this is a cleansing. You know, when you see fires happening, there is a cleansing happening. And that's kind of what's happening with LA. This is it's like a physical cleansing and it's a spiritual cleansing. And it's part of the end of celebrity culture and the dark energy that is in the city of LA. And it's just really unfortunate that the innocent people that live there have to be affected by this. Now, if you look at Los Angeles's chart once again, take a look at the soul urge of LA. Okay, the soul urge is what makes you happy, what brings you a lot of happiness. Okay, and 8 is a number of wealth, power, and status. So that is what makes this city happy. Wealth, power, and status. And in addition to that, it's currently in an 8 cycle and an 8 pinnacle. And the cycles are like the sections of your life, the book of your life, the beginning, the middle, and the ending. The pinnacles are like the seasons of your life, spring, summer, fall, and winter. So it's in all of this 8 energy right now, and going forward, it will continue to be in the 8 energy, which is the energy of wealth, power, and status. But what's interesting about the 8 is that on one side of the 8, we have wealth, power, and status, right? On the opposite side of the 8, we have poverty and destitution, okay? So with the 8 energy, we have the extremes, extreme wealth and extreme poverty. And that is the 8 energy. It comes with both. And if you actually go to LA, that's what you see everywhere in LA. Extreme wealth and extreme poverty. And they are literally right next to each other, side by side. You will see some areas where the people are extremely wealthy, and it will literally be next to an area where there's extreme poverty and even homelessness. Okay, homelessness is a big problem for LA, and because the city is so corrupt, they have not been able to solve this problem. Okay, and the whole entire state of California is very corrupt as well. Okay, it's one of the most corrupt states in the entire country. You know, there's a lot of good things about California, but there's a lot of corruption in this state. And that's why you see people leaving in droves, trying to get out and escape. And we see this in the chart of LA. And we see the extremes in the chart of LA with all of the 8s. I also think it's interesting that LA's life path number is a 3. The life path number is like your main purpose, and 3 is the number of self-expression. Okay, and so, but we see that with LA, right? How it is the entertainment, or one of the entertainment capitals. People moving there to express themselves, either through acting, art, music, dance, something like that. But Hollywood and everything that it represents is burning down, both physically and symbolically. Will the whole entire city burn down? No, I don't think the whole entire city is going to burn. As we've seen already, there's just going to be pockets that burn down and will need to be rebuilt. But the whole entire city is going to be affected by this, and there's going to be massive change that happens as a result. Okay, massive rebuilding and massive change. And we see a time of self-reflection coming up for LA. A time of introspection and going within and having some self-reflection upon what is it that I need to change about myself, right? We see that coming up in 2025 when LA moves into the 7 essence on its birthday in September. Okay, and that's what 7 is. 7 is the number of going within, and it's the number of introspection. And I think these events will cause that to happen, definitely, for sure. Now, there has been some question about how did these fires get started? And what I'm being shown from Spirit is that a lot of these were caused by arson. Okay, people that intentionally caused these fires to happen. This might have been organized, okay, like a group of people that, not like a lone wolf, but like an organization of people working together to cause these events, and that these were intentionally set. And I'm being shown from Spirit that a lot of this was arson. That they picked this time because the winds were starting to pick up, and it had already been planned out and organized, but they knew that this would be the right time to do it because the winds were predicted to be very, very strong that day, and they were ready. Okay, so if you had questions about that, I know some of you might be wondering if this was intentionally done, if this was arson. Spirit is saying yes, that a lot of this was intentional and orchestrated and planned. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because I would really like to know what you think about everything that is happening. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit the like button and share it with other people, because it really helps to get this information out there. And we want to get this information out there to as many people as we can. And I would love to have you subscribe and to become part of the family. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website, StarsAlignWithCarmen.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and thank you so much for all of you who have been sending prayers and positive energy in the direction of LA and California. Thank you guys so much for all of that. We appreciate you guys and we love you so much. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.